guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Vanya. Oh, you can also call me Mrs. Vanya Arsveld. Yeah, so today I decided to come and share with you how we planned our wedding. I'll say we because I am obviously including my husband. Yeah, so today I decided to come and share with you how we went through this journey of our wedding preparation. We had 2 dates. We got married first on Home Affairs in 2022. Then in 2023, we had our wedding in the church. It was a huge gap between the Home Affairs and the church. We had reasons for that. And well, maybe one day I'll make a video on it explaining why. But today the focus is on how we planned our wedding. I might skip like little details of how exactly it happened, but I wrote down steps, important steps that we took in order for it to happen. So the first step, I separated 7. The first step is set your budget. We set our budget. How we set our budget. We had an idea of what we wanted. We had an idea of how we wanted the venue to look like in terms of deco, like everything that involves deco. So by that you can plus minus imagine how much your budget will be. If you dream about big things, definitely your wedding will be more expensive. So when you are talking about budget, you have to think on like a lot of things such as venue, food, drinks, photographer, flowers, your wedding dress if you are the one buying for yourself, or maybe if your family is also sponsoring it. Oh, an important thing, there might be things that I will share that might sound a bit different from how people do it in South Africa. Let me remind you guys that I am not South African. I am from Angola, and although it's an African country, we have a different way of how we organize our celebrations. So although I'm Black, although I'm African, but I believe, and from what I could see, from what I have been experiencing, like on wedding celebrations that I have been going, I could see lots of differences, and also how people share it, because I have not experienced all cultures or how all cultures celebrate. But the ones I have been, I can see lots of differences from how we Angolans do it. It's not a cultural thing. I won't say it's part of our culture as Angolans, but I'll say it's how we Angolans are. Because in Angola, obviously, people organize themselves differently. So in the budget part, me and my family, we came together. We had the meeting. Besides the meeting, we had like as both families, like my husband's family or my husband's side and my side. We had our meeting, my family and I, where we discussed, okay, they asked me basically, what is your plan? They asked me, what is your plan? What do you want? And yeah, I had to explain, I want this, I want my wedding. I didn't want a huge wedding. I didn't want a lot of people. And I'll share as well how many people I had and why I had such an amount. And also an important one inside the budget, it was why my wedding did not happen in my homeland in Angola, and why it happened here in South Africa, in Cape Town. Well, my family asked me what I wanted, what was my vision, what was my plan. So I explained how I wanted. I kind of detailed, and they asked me, okay, what is the budget you guys are planning on spending? And based on the vision we had, obviously, when I spoke to my family, I have already communicated with my fiance back in the day. Here we already knew plus minus how much we would spend. I won't say exactly amount, but I will here and there say like, okay, our initial budget was it was not a lot. It was 100K, 100,000. Is 100K 100? I think so. So our initial budget was 100,000. We thought 100,000 rand would be enough to cover everything. And so I told my family we are planning on this amount. And well, when I told them this amount, obviously they asked us if we had already make a research on everything. And yeah, and well, I told them we were working on it. So yeah, we had to go through the venue, we had to go through food and drink, we had to go through photographer, flowers, not really, because we knew that the person that would be in charge of the decoration would kind of sort out this part of the flowers. So we didn't have to go look for a separated we didn't want to, yeah, we didn't have to go and look for how do you say, and hire a different, I don't want to say contract service. We didn't want a lot of services involved, but we knew it would happen because of the way we wanted our wedding to be set up, the way we wanted our wedding to happen. We wanted a buffet. We didn't want a 3-course meal, only a 3-course meal. We wanted a buffet. We wanted people to be free, just how we celebrate back home. And yeah, so in the venue part, how we did is we already knew how big we wanted the venue to be. We had an idea of the people. As I said, we only wanted 100 people. We didn't want to go beyond that. So we agreed on 50 on his side and 50 on my side. I knew that majority of the people that I wanted to be in the wedding from my side, obviously, for obvious reasons, distance, location, they would not be here. But thank God, well, I can say 60% of the people that I wanted to be here, they came, they made a way to come, and I was so grateful for that. Yeah, so we wanted 100 people, and we didn't want a huge venue. We didn't want a venue that we had to work a lot. We wanted a venue that, just by, when our vision was like, the venue is already fine, doesn't need a lot of decoration, if I could say like that. We didn't want a venue that we had to work on a lot. We wanted a venue that is presentable. I think that's the correct word. Yeah. So we wanted a presentable venue where even if we had to do a simple decoration, it would be fine. And inside the budget, when we thought about the venue, we had already distributed how much we would spend on each service, on each thing. Like when we thought about the venue, we had that was our idea, guys, was a joke. The way the budget we set for everything, I could say it was a joke, but it helps because you need to start somewhere. You need to have, even if it's not the final amount that you're going to spend, you need to have like a number in mind. So we had numbers in mind, and yeah, we agreed, okay, this amount we can spend on this thing might be more expensive, so we can spend on that. And yeah, that's what we did. So we separated, we made a list of venues, we went through venues, and I'll share two pictures of two venues among all the venues that we went through and we visited. Because one thing is for you to see pictures on Facebook or on Instagram or on social media or on internet, and then another thing is for you to go and actually see the venue in person, see how it looks, the toilet and everything. And yeah, so we went to this 3 venues, and when we got there, the first one was too big, but even though it was too big, we were also thinking about the how do I say that in English, the not the temperature, but how the weather. We were also thinking about the weather. We wanted in summer, we made it in February, so we knew it would be hot. So we didn't want a place, like a very small place where people wouldn't be able to breathe. If people would have to dance a lot, they would be sweating and it would be uncomfortable. No, we thought about it as well. We didn't know if we would find air cons in the venue, so we wanted a venue not too big for us not to have to put a lot of decoration, and not too small for people not to be, not to feel uncomfortable, because it's too hot and everything. So we went to see this venue. It's a city hall. We went in Sea Point, and yeah, the venue was fine. It was huge. It was for more than 100 people. And I think, I don't fully remember the reason why we didn't take it, but I think the date we chose, and there was also things about the date. We first wanted on 4th of February, and which would be a public holiday in Angola, and it would be perfect for people to come, spend quality time and be free. But unfortunately, because of the venue, because of our final venue, or the venue we chose to stay with, we had to postpone. And we didn't want to go look for another venue, because that one was just fine. That one was the one. So that was, I became very sad, Shane, because I was already anxious and living the moment and picturing that day. And because of the venue, we had to change now the day, but it happened. So we saw that venue at Sea Point, and it was huge. It was too big for the number of people we had, and I think there were other reasons, so we decided not to take it. Then we went to see this other venue in Malnerton. The venue was fine, but I think it was because of COVID, because we were just coming out, not coming out of COVID, but I forgot the name of the situation that we were living. Please write down below on the comments. Yeah, but because of we couldn't have a lot of people in the same space, like the number of people, it was too many for the moment we were living. um so they said no, you the maximum you can have in this venue for now is only 50 people, and we wanted 100. So we and Shane, that venue was just fine, you know, for our simple and small decor. It would fit perfectly. I had already imagined everything. It had lots of doors, and yeah, people would feel comfortable. But when I looked for that venue on the internet, I also went to read reviews. It's very important to read reviews. I went to see, like, yeah, what was people's opinion on that venue, regarding that venue. And one of the things that made me, you know, be not so sure as well, was that people were complaining, and it was more than one comment. People were complaining a lot about the heat. That place was too hot. um, there was no air con. So yeah, I was like, okay, that might be a problem, because it's going to be summer, you know, and yeah, it's going to be hot, and yeah, people's makeup's going to melt. Yeah, so okay, we and because of but that was not really my main concern, because we could make a way, like, I don't know, hire air cons, and I don't know, I just thought, okay, we can make a way, we can find other solutions, because yeah, this venue is also good, and it was in a very good spot. It had parking bays, it was just it was well located, if I could say that. Yeah, but it didn't happen because of the number of people we wanted to have there. So we went to this other venue in, oh, it's close to the farm places. I'm going to write down names. I'm gonna write on the video, because I completely forgot, sorry. And that was the venue, if I can say. When we went there, we looked at the venue and we were like, yeah, this is the one. And the prices, because it was a city hall as well, it wasn't expensive. It was far cheaper to what I was expecting. That was a plus. That was a, you know, good one. So yeah, we took the venue, and it had like the conditions of the venue, like it was just the way I envisioned it. There was no need for a lot of decoration. Everything was in place. So yeah, we took that venue, and I'll post pictures about it. Then we went to like check food and drinks. All this in the budget, right? So a buffet doesn't have to be like a lot of dishes. We dance a lot. We don't have we don't really have speeches. So if you are going to dance, if you're going to go to a place where you're going to dance, listen to music, you know, socialize, you need to have food. Like if you're going to stay there for a long time. We went to look for a service. We decided, because obviously we are from different cultures, there are things that for him it didn't really, I won't say it didn't really make sense, but they don't really have it in weddings, and we do. So we compromised. There were things that he wanted and I wanted. There were things that he didn't really wanted and I wanted, and vice versa. So we decided, okay, I think we had around about 12 different type of food, including salads and yeah. So we decided, okay, 6 we can have this, and 6 we can have that, including finger food as well. So we decided, okay, 6 we can have this and 6 we can have that, accommodating both cultures. And yeah, that's how we did it. Then we went to the photographer. uh yeah, we also didn't have an idea. Well, our budget for the photographer, it wasn't too far from what we were expecting, so it was fine. We had a good photographer. There's a lot of things. Obviously, I can't go through like a lot of details because I have to make the video not so long. But well, guys, there are a lot of things that happened. But overall, it was a very good experience. We spoke. We found a nice photographer that did what we wanted. Then we also separated for the DJ. Wow, guys, the DJ, the DJ was the wow. We were not expecting at all. I don't know. I feel a bit shy to share how much we thought the DJ would cost, but I think that would be an interesting one. I don't know. Well, it was my first time organizing like such huge event, if I could say that, like not a huge event, let me say an event of that dimension. So I had no idea of how much things cost. I don't know. I didn't know how much things cost. So we thought, okay, no, maybe let's say, we thought, no, how much are we gonna spend with the DJ? No, we thought of, because we hired the venue from I think from 8 a.m. in the morning until midnight, because our weddings back home, they go overnight. They normally start at 9 p.m. and it goes until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. But of course, we also have to accommodate. We are in a different place, and the rules here, the venue and everything, it's also different. So we had to accommodate. And obviously people are not used to, to be, to go to a wedding so late and be there for so long, like to be there until morning. And people had other commitments for the next day. So so we decided to make from 5 p.m. to midnight. We hired from 8 a.m. until midnight, because obviously people, the services, they had to go there and do what had to be done. The decors and everything. So it was the DJ. We thought, maybe the DJ will cost like 8,000, maybe 8,000. We were going roundabout there, if I remember. And I wanted a DJ from Angola, because I don't know, I just felt like, I felt like, well, obviously our DJs can play amapianos and, South African vibes, they can, but it would be difficult for a South African DJ to play Angolan vibes. So I think it would be easier for an Angola DJ to accommodate than from a South African. So we thought, maybe 8,000. And the DJ that we contacted, he was asking for 18,000. Guys, we were like on that day, we were not, we were fine. We were not like, we acted very fine. We acted very fine in front of him. If you watch that, it's gonna be like, wow. But when he left, we were like, huh? Like, is it real? Like, as I said, guys, we had no idea. We had no idea on how we had no idea of prices. It was our first time. And yeah, I don't know if it was too expensive. Please comment down below your experience, if it was too much, if it was too little, if there was no reason for us to be surprised, yeah, please comment there. But I am sharing my experience. I was like, wow, a DJ. I understand he's going to be there from 5 to midnight, but wow, like 18,000. Yeah. But anyway, but things happen as well, and we didn't take him, not really because of the price, but we wanted another thing we wanted to do is to pay everything in advance. Yeah, we started planning it like let's say, I think a year or 8 months before. So as soon as we started like contacting services, and we were sure about, yeah, this is the one, that's what we want. We wanted to start making payments, of course, with serious companies, no? Because we didn't want to run the risk of, hiring a service and people running away with our money. Yeah, so we wanted to, yeah, I think that was the main reason. We wanted to start making payments, and he, kept on saying, no, we only accept payments close to the dates. And we were like, no, close to the dates, we're gonna have other thoughts. Other things will come, and we might think that 18K, it's too much for yeah, it's gonna be we might think it's too much, so we might not keep this money for, yeah. So we wanted to pay on that moment, or to start paying on that moment, and he kept on postponing. So we got another one, which, yeah, based on that experience, we found his price a bit reasonable. But we were also like, oh, can't you go down? Yeah, but we found, I'll share this one because I shared the 18K. We found one that we paid 13,000, yeah. And yeah, we also, it was a headache, but it's a topic for another day as well. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, overall, yeah, we paid this amount for the DJ. Then number 2, I really spoke, like, the budget one was a huge thing, because of course basically the whole wedding turns around or goes around the budget, no? Then decide what is important. Once you have your vision, or once we had our vision, once we knew everything we wanted, how we wanted, the services we wanted, we started deciding what was important. We made a list of all the food we wanted, of how we wanted it to be, the music we want the DJ to play. Of course, he comes with his own set, he knows his job, but once again, it was 2 different cultures. We wanted to accommodate, so we also made we wrote what we wanted and how things would happen. And yeah, from there, from the budget, we went to point number 2, which is decide what is important. We started like, okay, thinking, yeah, maybe this thing is not so important. It would make the wedding beautiful, or yeah, but it's, well, it's not that important, or let's not prioritize this, let's prioritize that. We decided what we wanted, how we wanted, the number of people as well. When we made the list, when I made my list, my 50 people, I wrote the name of everyone that I knew, people that I knew that I would not invite, but I still wrote their names, because I wanted, like, yeah, I just wanted to make sure I wrote everything, or everyone, then I started to, prioritize. Okay, no, this person, I want to prioritize this person. I want this person to be there. This person is important. So yeah, then comes decide what is important to you, which we decided what was important to us, what was important to me. Um, Ideas and styles and themes. This is my third point. And yeah, from what is important, our idea became more clear when we spoke to our to the person that did our decoration. We actually, the decor we wanted, we saw from the page of the person that decorated our wedding, and he did exactly the way we wanted. The style, and of course he also brought his ideas. And funny that the idea, the picture we took, it was exactly in the venue. Like he decorated that wedding in the same venue that we did ours, so it was much easier for him. He already knew what to do. Yeah, everything was far easier. And yeah, well, I already spoke about the finding the perfect wedding. uh, when like My fifth point is send out your save the dates. Is it my fifth point? Yes, sending out your invites. Once everything was set, once we started making payments, everything was going smooth. Things were falling into place. We decided on, like, yeah, how we going to do the invitations. We wanted, I know nowadays people do like QR code and digital whatever. We wanted something traditional. We didn't go to a company to do our wedding invitations. We did it ourselves. We went to Canva, we chose a model, we did everything. Yeah, we put the dates and everything, and we just took it to a professional place to print. And yeah, that's how we did. It wasn't a big thing. Yeah, we just decided on the model and everything. Yeah, our sixth our sixth point was, or my sixth point is, hiring a photographer and suppliers. Along the way, as I said, our budget changed. We had in mind 100K. I don't know if it was because of 100 people. Obviously not. But yeah, we thought 100K, 100,000 rand would have been enough, but it wasn't. We went far beyond that, and our wedding was not a huge wedding, but there were it it went around, like everything played a role now, like where the venue where the wedding happened, how it happened, the season as well. A winter wedding, it won't be the same as a summer wedding. It won't be the same price. We were coming from COVID, yes, but at the same time, war played a role. The war in Ukraine. There's even, yeah, funny situation. Guys, there's so many funny situations that maybe one day I'll explain, like, with more details. Like, yeah, things. Yeah, people were saying, one of the services, I won't mention names, of course, just said that the service had to go, the amount or the price had to go up because of the war. Then we were like, okay, we understand. But then the person wanted to go up again, and we were like, oh, whoa. That's not how things work. And yeah, but in the end of the day, we loved it. That's the most important. And yeah, and my seventh point is finalizing. You know, once we were done, we once again went to sit down with the deco service, because they would play a huge role in the wedding. So we went to sit down with him to make sure everything we planned, it was, yeah, it was fine, because he has more experience, and we didn't have a wedding planner. We were our own wedding planner. So we went to him to tell him, listen, we hired this and this services, we are doing this. And obviously he gave his advices as well, what was important, what we had to bring along, like to finalize, you know, small details that we didn't even think of. Oh, okay, we will need this. And he said, yeah, you need this for this, and you need that for that. So and a very big thing that happened as well on the wedding day, guys, wow, is that it was in the time of load shedding. We also planned with it. We also checked like weeks before, I think a week before or 2 weeks before, when we went to the wedding planner, we already checked how would the load shedding schedule would be. And we saw, okay, on this day, it's not at this time, I think it would be load shedding from 12 to 2 day in the venue, so it would be fine. We were like, okay, it's going to be fine, because from the time the party starts, it's not going to be it's going to be fine. But guess what, on the day they changed the schedule, and the wedding the deco guy called, but he was so, I don't know, I really thanked him. He was amazing. On that day he called me, and well, there's so many details, guys, that I would have to make a long video to explain. Remember, not remember, not all of you know, but not all my family speaks English. So most of the communication had to be with me, and of course with my husband's family and him as well. But he called me on that day to tell me, listen, Vanya, they will be load shedding at this time. But I already found a backup. I know we can get a generator. It's just going to cost this. Everything is sorted. If you give me the go ahead, I'll go get it. I already spoke to the owner, and yeah, I was like, what? I was like, okay. I called my husband on that day. Well, my fiance back in the days. I called him, babes. So and so called, and he said, we will have load shedding, and the generator. Should I? Yeah, I'll share. The generator will cost 4.5K. And he was like, you know, Vanya, relax. It's our day, but I know this day is more about you. Relax. I'll speak to him. Everything will be sorted. You can tell him to go ahead, but I'll also call him to tell him to go ahead, hire the guy who hired the generator, and everything will be fine. Chillax. Then I relaxed. But I relaxed, I was like, oh my word, like another expense that we did not budget. But yeah, in the end of the day, the generator was there. When load shedding happened, I didn't even know. I think I only noticed way after. But yeah, the party didn't stop. I'm gonna share a few videos and pictures here. It was a lovely day. It was a lovely moment. We lived that day. Like I feel like I could have enjoyed more, but of course, a lot of things happened, not only on the day, but throughout the journey of preparing, which made me, it was a nice experience, but also drained me, like made me tired. It was a very, yeah. But yeah, that was my list, or a bit of how we prepared our wedding. And of course, there are things here and there that I didn't mention, but I think I touched in the most expensive, sorry, not expensive, in the most important point. And yeah, if you have comments, please do it on the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications. And yeah, that was my experience. You're the best part.